My God, I would never think I would be putting on a Nancy Drew hat one day. I had to. I had seen a blog post at a local blog post in New York City talking about the the strange disappearance and death of a 25-year-old who had left a gay bar in Manhattan. Hell's Kitchen is the neighborhood of like New York City. And this 25-year-old literally found in the most mysterious, like strange conditions in the back of a cab, unconscious. And this story literally blossomed into something I had never imagined.
Hi, gay. I'm PJ Brescia, they, them pronouns, your host of the BabyGay Podcast and the founder of the BabyGay community, celebrating the coming out process through storytelling, advocacy, and togetherness. I came out later in life and I knew nothing about queer culture. I'm still not an expert, so let's go on a journey of self-discovery together with amazing guests, diverse coming out stories, LGBTQI plus history, and everything in between.
This is the BabyGay Podcast. Coming out looks good on you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the BabyGay Podcast. I'm your host, PJ Brescia, they, them, and today we are shooting at the historic Black Cat in Silver Lake, California, and we have a very, very special guest. He is a GLAAD Award-winning journalist reporting with NBC News. Please welcome Jay Valle.
Hey,
how are ya?
I'm amazing. I'm kind of having a moment being inside of the Black Cat right now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know that this is actually one of it's arguably the first spot where the LGBTQ civil rights movement started. And so people think it's New York all the time.
I know.
But this right here, this is the spot. So I got chills. I was like, wait, this is awesome. And so I'm just honored to be on this podcast with you, and congratulations, our Out 100 honoree.
Thank you.
So it's just a lot to celebrate, lots of feelings.
Yes.
So I'm doing amazing right now.
Thank you so much. I mean, you honestly couldn't have said it better. And that's part of this. The Black Cat is historic. And for someone like me coming out later, knew nothing about queer history. And it wasn't until I kind of did my own research and found out all of that. LA, I will argue, I mean, there's a New York LA thing going on here, but LA is kind of the epicenter of the queer rights movement. I mean, going back to the Black Cat and then the Advocate came out from here as well, and it's just not spoken about a lot.
Yeah, and not to do a history dive, but like imagine giving your partner like just a nice kiss on New Year's Eve, and then you're getting raided. Like what? Like it's insane. And it's kind of like eerie to think about, what we're living in today. But anyway. Nonetheless, we have lots to celebrate.
Actually, but
today.
I would love to go into history. I mean, it sounds like you know a lot. So please share it with folks that don't know about what happened.
Yeah, honest. So it's about 2 years. So Black Cat, it was 1967.
Yep.
So 2 years before the Stonewall Uprising, this place was one of the first demonstrations for LGBTQ rights movement, and it was happening across the country. And that's again the connection here of like how New York City was. Yes, Stonewall Uprising was there, but this was also happening on the West Coast. So there was like this boiling point for LGBTQ people out here. So anyway, there was I think there was over 200 plus folks out here outside of the Black Cat Tavern. It's Black
right here.
Right, exactly. And so that in itself it's just kind of it's insane to think, but like sometimes those things they say history repeats itself. It really does. And so we're seeing different ways that the community is rallying together in different ways digitally, and also on the ground where it all began, really. So yeah.
It's true. And that's why it's important, honestly, to find queer community wherever you can. And for folks that don't have it in the New Yorks and LA, it's the online community, the digital community, as you mentioned. And that's, please follow BabyGay TV, because we really just want to continue to share queer stories and coming out stories and kind of just show that we all have different paths and different backgrounds and different experiences, and they're all valid, and we're not a monolith. So thank you so much. Let's talk about celebration. So we're very excited. The Out 100 Gala is tomorrow. Oh my God, it's tomorrow. I cannot wait. This has been a crazy week, but I am so honored to be a part of this incredible community.
My God.
Have you been to the gala before?
Yeah, I was there. This would be my second time, and I go to celebrate every single person, and I can't wait to be there with you tomorrow.
Yes.
It's just so awesome. I think it comes at a time, like, especially the end of the year, when you're just really trying to like kick your shoes off, kick back, let your hair down, feel awesome, feel so good, dress up, and just be around some of the best that have been pushing the envelope throughout the year, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So let's dive into you. Let's go to the beginning. You know, where are you from? How was how was the little Jay's experience in life?
My God, little Jay already knew he was queer.
Okay.
And I feel like those early signs showed up. I always had like a tia or an auntie who just knew and give me that little wink, like, oh, I see you, papi.
Yeah.
I see you. You're different. You're picking up the Barbies today.
Yeah.
And I was that type. I had a baby sister, and so she and I connected over this just like last week, and we talk about different things and interests, and she and I were really close growing up. And so I grew up with my youngest sister, my older brother. I came out closer to the age of 15, and then long story short, right after high school graduation, just with what I was dealing with at home, I packed my bags and I left. I moved in with my high school sweetheart and his family. They took me in for a good portion of my undergrad, and I never met a family that was so willing to take someone that they had, like, really were just looking at like, wow, he's going through something with his own family. He needs somewhere to stay. He needs a home. He needs a safe home. And so they were and are still part of my journey. I always think about them, and it reminds me of like that silver lining of that there are great humans out there, great families, great people. And that family had such an impact on my life, because while I was going through with what I dealt with my own family, which really tore me apart and really built tough skin around my entire like survival mode and like my essence, this family was offering the complete opposite, where a grandmother who wouldn't talk to me on my side of the family, I gained a grandmother on the other side. So there was different ways that I was seeing the universe and love show itself in a form from complete strangers. And then I learned to love this family like my own family. They treated me like their own son. And so yeah, it's a deeper dive into history, because I never thought that my high school sweetheart and I would ever have had that moment where I was intertwined with his family while we were basically both just fresh out of high school and into undergrad. So
that's really beautiful. I mean, obviously it's extremely difficult to have that kind of relationship with your own family, and I'm sorry for that. But it kind of highlights the importance of chosen family in our communities. And, you know, it's beautiful that your high school sweetheart's family not only accepted their own child, but brought their child's partner into their house and gave them a home.
Oh my God. Like literally, I will tell you, like I had my own room. They literally built a room for me in that space, because at one point I couldn't afford tuition at the university I was at the time. So they were like, come back and move in with us. My plan was go do college, right? So I was there for the summer, and I was like, oh, it's just 2 months. But then when it came down to the bills that I had to pay, I quickly had to move out of my dorm, and they were like, you have a home here. Let's get you set up. And I mean, for them to build a space for me in their home, it was just so insane to me. It never processed or clicked to me that they had literally carved out a space in their own physical home and in their lives. And I bonded with my ex-partner's mother so much, because I needed to feel something in that moment, in my own heart, and understanding of what a loving figure could mean for me in that moment. So yeah, lots of stuff, and I still love them dearly, though the communication is very, very rare these days. I know that we all feel the same way about it.
You're still honoring them. You know, we're still talking about them and how important they were for you and your life. So, you know, while they might not be close to you at this moment, they will always be close to you in your heart. And that's the best part.
Isn't that hard? Like, do you think like when you like break up with someone, you lose connection with someone, it's like you also lose ties with their family, and it's like you love them and their family probably loves you like so much, and they're like, well, we gotta like not talk to you anymore because you're not like with our, we're tied to that person in our family, and our loyalty lies and is first our son and who that family member is. It's tough.
It is tough. I will say though, with the queer community, I came out later and I'm still learning all about queer relations, but it does feel like the queer community is way more accepting in bringing their ex-partners along in their journeys.
Oh my God.
Right? Maybe a little too much.
I have moments. I don't know. I have thoughts about it. I believe in keeping the relationship and friendship alive. Yeah. I do. I think as you mature, that's easier. I'm definitely in a different headspace now where I could be like, yes, we can be friends.
Yes.
And just, I say this, like, everyone's an experience. Literally everyone is an experience, and you're grateful for them. Whether if it's good or bad, it built you. It did something to you.
I completely agree.
Right?
I think every conversation, when yes, even to like networking or whatever, when people are like, oh, I want to introduce you to the XYZ person, just because you don't see a direct tie to why it might be a great conversation, have the conversation because you're gonna get a nugget of something that is gonna help you along in your journey. And I just feel like, as you're saying, every experience you have with someone is a benefit in some way, shape, or form. So it's how you find that piece, and not that everything needs to be beneficial, but just
get what you mean.
Like it's everything is part of your blossoming and learning about yourself and a reflection. Like you might meet someone who is a stranger and they're completely this mirror to you, and you're like, oh my God, and you can learn something about yourself from that conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
1,000% agree. I've met so many incredible people. We crossed paths at the
NLGJA.
Yeah, the Association for LGBTQ journalists in what was it, Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Yeah, and look, and that's a part of it. It's really that connecting. There's so many amazing people out in this world, and like I think as journalists, as people in media, we get access to it. You're doing that here on your podcast, and so you're doing that here in your own community in Los Angeles. So it's all that. It's our own form of connecting with the world, and so it's a beautiful thing to be a part of.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I want to talk about you've done some incredible journalism in New York, and you've really shed light onto the queer community, especially that have been targeted by some violence. Can you share more about your investigation and your storytelling?
Yeah, my God, I would never think I would be putting on a Nancy Drew hat one day. I had to. There was I had seen a blog post at a local blog post in New York City talking about the the strange disappearance and death of a 25-year-old who had left a gay bar in Manhattan, Midtown, like the heartbeat in Hell's Kitchen, the heartbeat of like literally it's the gayborhood. If Hell's Kitchen is the gayborhood of like New York City. And this 25-year-old literally found in the most mysterious, like strange conditions in the back of a cab, unconscious. And this story literally blossomed into something I had never imagined. It ended up leading into a larger story on a ring of robberies and druggings that were targeting queer men around the city, literally drugging them and leaving them for dead. And so after publishing that first in-depth story, it really sent shockwaves across the country, and it showed me not only what it was doing like impactful, or the impact it had in the community in New York City, but also Los Angeles, Texas. People were like, wait, Julio Ramirez, who is that? That was his name. And he just literally a vibrant young gay man wanting to, bar hopping, having a great night. And this piece itself really just domino effect into others coming forward. Like, I had the same experience. The only difference, I survived. And so alongside NBC reporter Matt Levitas, we were able to find more stories and testimonies and experiences. And over 2 years, there was investigations being done. I was talking to NYPD for years, and eventually the men were indicted and then found guilty for the murder of those two men, Julio Ramirez and John Umberger. And I would say, honestly, that experience, they are just following the story for that long, meeting with Julio Ramirez's family, Latinos, no resources, PJ, literally none. They were like, can you help us find a lawyer or a private like investigator to help us find out what happened to our son? Because we have no idea what to expect. He was first identified as a John Doe, didn't have his wallet or phone with him in that cab, and they were searching every hospital in the city to find their son. It was a reminder that how NYPD was handling these cases, because it wasn't the first, and how the bars were reacting to it on safety issues, on who's circling the bar, surveillance, who has access to that, and really watching your drink, because it was literally a fentanyl cocktail that most of these men were being served, and literally their phones were being used to, drain thousands. I mean thousands, PJ. I mean like collectively maybe over $50,000 just on those two victims, and that is mind blowing. Yeah. But nonetheless, again, that story created some change in New York. The NYPD released a statement and specifically referenced Julio Ramirez and John Umberger on and changing the way they handle cases like that. So that was somewhat also of a silver lining on the reporting, and seeing that it took it far enough to change something for the community. And so where every time I step into those bars, because I still frequent those, I frequent the bars. I'm familiar with the bouncers. I'm familiar with the folks up front. But now you'll see there's a sign there on almost every bar that says, watch your drinks, watch your belongings. Good. Because even when they're checking your ID, like, hey, just FYI, watch your drinks, watch your belongings. So yeah, it was a whirlwind, and very, very sad. Yeah. Just a terrible, terrible thing. To kind of really embed yourself in for a few years, and still something that I'll take with me for the rest of my life. Yeah, honestly.
I mean, I've major goosebumps right now, and I just want to say thank you for your service and for your reporting. And I mean, that is the most incredible experience, horrific, and also amazing that you've made such a change. Like you following your curiosity to find a story and just having it be this huge thing, that you are making an impact in these people's lives and forever, for the future. You are saving people's lives truly with your reporting. So like, thank you. That's incredible.
Don't think about it that way sometimes when you're so embedded. I remember doing these pre-interviews with his brother, Julio Ramirez, his older brother, Carlos Ramirez. And I was sitting there, and I feel like I could hear my own brother. And so like, as a journalist, you have to separate yourself and really just like the emotions, everything. And it was just one of those things too, like you said too, like you don't, like, I think at the end of it all, you look at it like, wow, this is what happened. These are the people you met. And it's always a reminder, like, we're journalists, we're telling these stories, we're humans. I'm openly gay reporter on a national platform, and it's like a responsibility at times to really make sure we're getting the story right, telling it from the ground, but also to the masses, so that way, in my mind, I'm like, this can create empathy. That empathy can create change. This can also help lawmakers with how they're seeing things, and how they refer to someone. And that's important. I think acknowledging someone for who they are and respecting them, respecting their existence, is really what really what I think journalism can do. And I had a quote here that I wanted to say too.
Please.
I eventually, like, I think in life you kind of navigate and say, like, what's your purpose? What's your purpose in life? And storytelling's like, it's clicked for me that storytelling is the purpose. And I feel that my purpose is to make people feel seen, make people feel heard, because that was something that saved me growing up. Feeling seen, feeling heard. And it's even more important today. Always.
And where did you, growing up, I mean, it sounds like your partner's family was part of that solution of helping you feel seen and heard and supported and safe. Where were some other kind of outlets that you found that,
I don't know. I think the outlets for me, obviously I went to my own neighborhood in Fort Lauderdale, because that's where, from South Florida, born in Jersey, raised in South Florida. So South Florida, as you know, is it's a pretty it's a really poppin' spot. It's very queer. My outlets were like maybe like the bar, the gay bar, and or like a brunch. Movies. I didn't see a lot of myself in a lot of things, and I think there was a lot of tragedy in some of the things. I saw this movie called Prayers to Bobby. Have you seen?
No.
Oh my God. It is it's so tragic, and I'm laughing because of how traumatizing. Prayers to Bobby. It is so intense. It's a coming out experience. It ends terribly.
Yeah.
But those were things that I was like, oh my God, I just came out. Like, what can I watch that's like relatable? Here's a scenario. In a perfect world, you're bringing someone over for the holiday dinner and everyone's like, what? Nice to meet you. In another world, they're freaking out about you, about your who you are, period. And it's just like terrible, from therapy to like no one talking to you. So I just kind of was balancing. I think that was my outlet, just kind of like looking at like, this is a scenario. This is how the world sees me now.
Yeah.
And you kind of, again, like you those outlets did help. It's some traumatic, but
yeah, totally. That's what. So we had also this NLGDA conference was incredible, and we met the producers and creators of Boots.
Oh my God.
Now on Netflix, which was this week. Our current episode is with Greg Cope White and his best friend Dale, who are the real life protagonists.
Stop right
who
now.
They're based on. So, but what I love about Boots and the Pink Marine is that it's not a necessarily coming out story in your typical fashion. It's much more, we're already in the world. We're past that. We're now living our lives. And I think that's not represented a lot in media. And I think there's so many stories that need to be told. Queer media is, in my opinion, is just at the beginning. We have such vast experiences and backgrounds. And I just feel like, for me, what kind of kept me in the closet for a long time is, as you mentioned, I didn't see myself in movies and television. I honestly, all you saw was that, Z snapping hairdresser as that's what a gay person is. And that wasn't me necessarily. And it's just, I feel there's so much room for queer storytelling. And I love Boots. I just want to shout out Boots. Go watch it if you haven't watched it yet.
How did you end up like binge watching?
Oh yeah.
Like I kept emphasizing like we got the screener. I think some of us, we got the screeners. I watched, was it 9 episodes? I was like, you need to get off this damn couch.
Yeah.
Boots is so awesome. And
So
Greg Cope White,
Yeah.
as you know, it's just like this ball of love.
Yes.
And you can feel that in the show.
Totally.
This is not an advertisement. Like,
No,
this is real.
This
Like
is
this is
authentic.
a real review.
Yeah.
Boots is oh my God, we need a season 2.
Yeah.
That's
seriously, yes.
they need a season 2. Like, what happens?
Yes.
No spoilers, but what the heck happens?
Exactly.
I need to see what happens next, because I was there like, okay, next episode, and then it told me like, you're still watching. Like, no, you're going to the next show.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. Andy Parker, shout out to you. Incredible job. Boots is just beautiful, hilarious, just so the style. It's just stylistically incredible. It's just a good TV show.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, going back I know you'd mentioned, but like something that we like to highlight to our folks who are still struggling is media, books, film, television, podcasts that were helpful for you in your coming out journey.
Oh my gosh. I really leaned in on creators online. Not TikTok, actually. It was more Vine.
Okay.
Remember, I think the Vine era. My God, saying Vine, those 6-second clips saved me.
Wow.
No, but I would say that, and also, oh my gosh, I think I would find the silver lining or like I would find those like queer tones in a lot of films. Like I'd find different things like. It's so weird to say, but like Wizard of Oz, I don't know, like, like Dorothy was just trying to find her home, PJ.
Seriously.
And so, I don't know, like, I think for me, I was finding ways to relate to different people and put myself in like young Dorothy, like walking that yellow brick road and like, she's just trying to get home, but like, where is home?
Right.
Like her dog's not welcome there anymore. Like, what, like it's,
totally.
NEM, like, and it is such a journey. And anyway, that's one of my favorite films.
Yeah.
As we celebrate, Wicked Part 2, that's like, but like, yeah, like Dorothy is like, are you a friend of Dorothy?
Right.
Come on.
Exactly.
Like, that was a big thing. And so
Wait, can you explain that for people who don't know?
Okay, so I only know as much as just throwing it around because I literally talked to, I think it's more of a term thrown around by like I would say like it's not from our generation. It's a little farther back.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say a nice way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a nice way instead of saying
more
like
mature generation.
More mature generation. A friend of Dorothy. It was just kind of like a way of saying like, are you queer? And that was like kind of like a reference there too, like little things. And like, we have our own slang these days, like that we pick up on. But yeah, it's so interesting that I did not. It's all tied in, but like Dorothy, literally, like. It is.
The gays love Judy Garland.
Oh my God, Cynthia and Ariana doing the rendition of Happy Days, and Barbara Streisand had done it with Judy, and so it was just, oh my God, yeah, I'm having a moment with them.
Have you seen Wicked 2?
No.
No.
You know what happened?
What?
I had a screening, and you guys know I'm with Universal, like NBC Universal, so I had a screening for Wednesday. And I was actually, I had to fly out, so I missed the screening.
Okay.
I am suffering.
You'll see it.
I'm going to see it Sunday night.
Okay, great.
So there's no tickets out here in LA. Everyone is literally, this is going to be everyone's life for the next like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. When does it officially come out? Is it this weekend?
21st.
The 21st. Okay. So wait, so it is. That's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
It's
so
tomorrow.
The screenings
the
showtimes are tonight. For reference, it's the 20th, right?
Wow.
So it's like, and I was looking all over. I was like, I got to see this.
Oh
are you planning to see it?
I definitely will see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
are
the
you a
first
big
one.
like? So what about like how you feel? Like, is Wicked like? Have you seen Wicked before?
So so I grew up in New York. So I have been to some Broadway, not enough. I think honestly, there was a part of me because I enjoy it. I have nothing against it. I think though in my closeted upbringing, I felt like if others knew I wanted to see these shows, it would just be a
Like
big
musical
clue.
theater
Yeah,
and all
musical
that?
theater. Like
Oh
it would
my
be a
God.
big clue that I was queer. So unfortunately, I didn't get to take advantage of all of the incredible theater that's in New York City. So no, I've never seen Wicked on Broadway. I saw the first film, really enjoyed it. The music is beautiful.
Yeah, I feel like musical theater. You just kind of. I actually got introduced to it with my partner Spencer, who's an actor too, and so he works out of New York as well, and does Broadway, and he like meeting him introduced me to that world, because also I was like so detached from it because I don't know, like even in high school I chose the sports before like theater class, and I really wanted to do theater.
Yeah.
This eccentric personality, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna be a swimmer and do water polo.
I was a
And-
swimmer.
What?
Yes. When
You were?
yeah, I
wait,
was a
what was
swimmer.
your stroke?
Freestyle and breaststroke.
What?
Yes.
Okay, I'm freestyle long distance,
Okay.
500 meters.
Okay.
That was like my thing.
I hated long distance, but yeah.
It was the only thing I would place in because I'm 5'8" on a good day. So my wingspan compared to like these guys I was competing with at regionals in South Florida.
Yeah. Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
from private schools and like whatnot. I mean, then I just got into water polo. That was fun. Dislocated a few shoulders.
Oh.
Not my own, just everyone.
others. Yeah, watch out.
Because aggressive 5'8".
Right. Good. Did you ever go to swim camp?
No. Oh. Never been to swim camp, but like the way you made it sound.
Well, I went to swim camp in Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, it was in Orlando.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they like a club team, like club teams, travel teams, like they would go and
Yeah, and it was just so intense. I mean, I was on club teams in New York, but I mean, you were saying the club team. I mean, Florida
it's popping.
it's popping,
It's
and they're
swimmer
really
central.
good swimmers because they have these incredible pools and they're outside and it's always beautiful weather. So I went to swim camp in Orlando, and it was just a big eye opener for me that this is not my thing. Because it's like I was with people that are truly they're training for the Olympics, and
Oh my God. It's so serious. And
yeah.
the parents,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, control yourself.
it was
The parents are more intense than their kids because they're the ones
Literally.
paying for it.
Yeah.
And you're sending them out, and it's an investment. You're like, no, you're going to be an Olympian.
Yeah.
I'm putting all this time and money in.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, I'd raise an Olympian.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Were you swimming all the time?
Yeah. I was swimming at least 4 or 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
So I was doing high school practice, and I would jump out to a club team, and I
Yeah.
was doing, so it was 4 hours. Trained, the best shape of my life.
Yeah.
My fingers had biceps.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. When did you stop swimming?
I stopped shortly after graduating high school. I did a little bit in college, but nothing serious. And so now it's part of my like maybe like a little workout. When you got the skills down, you could jump in a pool and survive.
Yeah.
Tread water.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the biggest things. Like water polo taught me a lot about myself. That I enjoyed being in a Speedo, and I also love swimming. That became my personality. I'm telling you, like swimming was a great outlet for me. Actually, that's a great swimming. I actually met my first like crush. He was a lifeguard at the pool I swam at. Of course, he was a lifeguard at the pool. So clean. It was like it was like a Disney like sitcom being waiting to be written there.
Truly. So were you swimming? I was swimming because I was horrible at all ball sports, and my dad in particular wanted me to. He wished that I was, football, because I did it. I tried everything. I don't know if you were forced to do everything. I was forced to do everything. I did lacrosse. I did football. I did baseball, soccer, and just every time I was on these sports, I just felt so other, and I felt not accepted. I mean, granted, this is probably all in my own head, but like I really did not excel, and I just hated the experience. And I feel like that is somewhat of a common theme with the queer youth, where it just feels like, I don't know what it is.
Swimming was safe though.
Yeah.
Because like an independent thing.
Exactly.
There's not like, oh, you're not running fast enough, or you're not stronger than this person. You don't have this. You don't like, we can't help it. And so like, did you find more community there in swimming? I had my friends. I definitely had my swim friends that now looking back, I've seen them on social, some of them, and like one of them is like super queer, and I'm like, oh yeah. It's like, I knew it.
Yes.
You're like,
truly, it's like, of course we were. Like that is it's like the little refuge for the queer kids.
Nice.
And I mean, but I hated it. Like, I don't know, because I was good at it, and my parents just pushed me to do that because they wanted me to be in a sport, and I was good at it. So it was just this thing where, being forced to do anything, I don't know, it's not necessarily the most fun in that retrospect, but again, like it was a great outlet. But I do wish, like, if I could have, I mean, I don't want to change anything, but like I do wish like I would have been a theater kid for sure.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Like literally on Broadway.
Yeah.
You can still do that.
Theater. You know what? So this whole thing started as, to give you a little backstory. So like BabyGay came out later. So I was on the business side of entertainment, came out to LA on a whim, worked in the talent agency ICM. Then I went to 3 Arts, which is a big management production company. Then I was in a startup. Then that went to Fandango. So my last like corporate job was marketing Fandango, NBC Universal.
Yeah.
So then I had a mental breakdown, and I came out, and I started to address all the things that I was running from in my life. I lost my mom suddenly when I was 17, 10 years prior. So it was like kind of working through that. And then I'd always wanted to be an actor, but I had this thing where I felt like people knew that they would think I was queer. And so I suppressed that for as long as possible. So then at 27, I was like, you know what? It's now or never. So I started taking acting classes, and I loved it. And it led me to this. Like, this is where I kind of want to just continue to remind people that, one idea, it might not be the end solution, but it might lead you to the next thing,
Absolutely.
So like, I started acting, which led me to, I need to create my own story. I need to share my story and my story of coming out later. So then I wrote this web series, and it was a fictional comedy of my coming out story and of someone coming out later in life. And I called it BabyGay. So then I raised some money. We shot the pilot. I assembled the team. That's where I met Tom. Like, Tom was the DP and producer of BabyGay, the web series. And like, that was such an incredible experience. So then we go to share it with the world. And it turned into this like larger event where it's like this coming out festival. And we had a lineup of queer performers and a drag queen host and a vendor village of local queer organizations. And like, we premiered the pilot, and it was just this insanely amazing experience where it's like, this is a lot bigger than just the film and television of it all. This is about creating community around the coming out process and celebrating the coming out process, because I just feel like there is not enough support specifically around coming out, because it's you're restarting your life, you're starting over, and it's scary as shit.
New lens, people see you, and you're just it is, there's no manual, because there's different, everyone has a different experience. And so I just think it's just such an incredible thing to hear when you turn something that was probably also very traumatic for you into something that look around, you know what I'm saying? Like, and where we're sitting, it's all, I feel like it's all divine, like lining and purpose. And I'm so grateful to witness that among with you and others in media who are really taking it by the horns and just like running with it and turning things that, like, out and saying, you know, I have the resources, I have the idea, let's get it going. And I thrive in that. I think people they want that now. And I think today, with where this is distributed, like, the world sees all this, and it's out there. The footprint's there. So that's just so awesome.
Thank you so much. And I mean, if we were having this conversation a year ago, pre-election, it would have been a different conversation. Which, you know, but now it's seemingly going backwards, and it just makes BabyGay that much more important, and really embracing people as they're going through their journey to authenticity is really the goal. So I was acting, and I love acting, but and that's where I thought I was going to go down that path. And I still, you know what, there's still, like, if someone's like wants to hire me for something, I'm available, check avail. So let's just, you know, follow what is aligned, exactly as you're saying.
Sometimes I think that path, and I can go on tangents about paths. I was in nursing school.
There you go.
I was a nursing student. Wow. I had this whole entire thing on my undergrad. I was like, I'm a nursing student. I love science. I love anatomy and physiology. Fast forward, I get into this tough nursing program in South Florida. I'm sitting there in these clinicals playing with the mannequin, like, just sitting there. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? And in my heart, I'm like, I just want to help people. And I think that's where I got led to nursing, but also because it was a plan. It was perfect. And I thought, if there was one thing in my life that I'd make perfect to really shut down what others were thinking of my life would be after coming out as gay, I said, I'm going to make sure I am successful at school and being a nurse. And then I really had to do some soul searching. I dropped out. And that was about the time I met my partner, Spencer. And he inspired me to go back to school. And he said, what do you want to do? And I said, I love video. I love the medium. And I want to tell people stories. And it's just so powerful to do that. And I went back to school. And so all that to say, you can wipe your slate clean anytime. And even through rejections, even before I was working freelance in South Florida during my undergrad, and it was post-pandemic, and I had 20 plus rejections under my belt to get into, like, I don't know, a paper or local news station. I had internships, I'd done everything, but I was like, what is my next stepping stone? And is it the perfect step for me? And I struggled with that. And then NBC gave me my first yes.
Incredible.
And so it really changed my life, and I never planned it. All the planning that I did, nothing that I planned. So I'm saying this, that you got to plan, but you can wipe that slate clean. I think that we struggle with that, wanting the now and just the instant gratification that we get now with the access. But give yourself some time. Like, PJ, you're literally going to be on Broadway next week. No.
Well, I mean, that would be a twist.
I believe it. Like, and I think, like, I just feel like the sky's the limit. It really is. But like, that's where it can be and where it can go.
Yes, 100%. And I just want to reiterate, we say it all the time on the podcast, but rejection is God's protection. And I know God is a trigger word for some, but like, rejection is God's protection in the sense that you might think you want to go down this path, but you're being veered somewhere else that's probably even better. So like, don't harp on the no. As you got how many rejections before you got a job at NBC? Like, I bet these other jobs are not even as good as NBC. So it's like, you at the moment you feel heartbroken, but you're being guided to something better. So my God. It's wild.
It's insane. Yeah. Life is crazy.
It is crazy. And it's exciting. And it's like, you have to lean and look at the excitement and the joy of the ride and the experience. And something that I definitely, I don't know if you can relate to this, but like, I have big dreams, big aspirations, and I want to get to the next thing and go higher. And it's staying present is really important. And that's something that I need to continually remind myself. And, this is incredible. Like this, like, let's be here right now, because we're never going to get now again. So enjoy it. And
oh my God. That hit me.
Yeah.
That hit me.
Yeah. We
got it. I think being present is like the biggest thing. I think every year I blink and I'm like, oh my God, it's already Christmas time, which I love. But it's also like, but it's still like, oh my God, we already made it to the end of the year. And it's just such a sweet spot to sit here and like kind of talk about culmination of different things and who you are as well. So I find it very like it fills my cup, as
Yeah.
people say, fill your cup so you
Yeah.
can pour into others, kind of
Exactly.
thing. And that's what it's doing right now.
Yeah. What are your holiday plans?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna head back to South Florida.
Okay.
I am gonna spend some time back in home in New York City, Rockefeller tree lighting. I have that December 3rd. And
That's amazing.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I've like been able to get like access with the production team for about 3 years now, and I just oh my God, I just lived through that. So my plans are to have a great time in New York City, visit family, again, and just like just relax for a bit.
Yes.
Just relax, and again, like they say, fill your cup, take care of yourself. I'm doing some self-care, some pickleball, things like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Pickleball's great.
You know what? It's so funny because my dad, I love my dad. We're actually in the best place we've ever been in our relationship, which is really special. He was a guest on the podcast. So he's 79 years old and he is a man of that generation. And yet we have differences, but we really have so much love for each other. And what I will honor him is that he has been someone in my life that has made such an effort, with pronouns and everything, and like learning about queer culture.
Oh my
like
God,
he
yeah.
is taking an effort, and it kind of just highlights to me, people say, oh, they're too old to change. That's not true. That's not true. It's if they're willing and have effort to put the work in, because it does take a little bit more work to kind of learn about what the younger generations are experiencing. And I always believe that the different generations can teach each other. Like we all have different things. Like, I'm a millennial, and a lot of times there's some millennial Gen Z beef going on, but
We
like
got lots of beef.
a lot of beef. And I feel like I've learned so much from Gen Z, and like, there's just, it's just about stopping and just coming to a place of respect for each other, and you can then pick up the nuggets of gold that they can each teach each other.
I always think like what's the saying, like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. This just gave me like some hope, because honestly, the people that I'm always fearful to approach, like I've been stopped like maybe somewhere, and like I'm maybe with like one of my girlfriends, my best friend Jessica, will be out and like we'll be stopped, and someone's like, oh, like they'll kind of refer to us as a couple, and it'll usually be someone older. It's like, oh, she's lovely, take care of her, how long you guys, and I'm like, this is my best friend, but like they don't even, and then in my mind I'm like, don't even, like, it's just not worth the time to explain that this is literally not that. But like, sure, like we're together. But I just think there's just different generations, and that in itself is like, I've seen some more progressive, mature people, elder people. And I've seen some very not, like, where, and we see all that.
So I came out at 31 as non-binary, and it's been a journey of, what that means to me and my relationship with my pronouns. In the beginning, it was like, oh, I need pronouns. And now years into it, I use the they, them pronouns. And it's the point where like he, him will trigger me, but it's, if I'm out and about and someone that I'm never going to see again uses he because I'm, masculine presenting, let's say, I'm not, it's just there's no point. It doesn't matter. But like, if I've dealt this with my family where, there's been some misgendering with the pronouns, and like, I do have to say something to them because it is affecting me. And I'm like, I get it. It's like, it's new, and you have to put a little bit more effort, but like, it's something that is important to me, as you feel and kind of address and feel. You're showing me that you see.
Do you
me.
ever get the sense like that when you're sitting there and like correcting someone, that it's like it's not the right thing to do? Like, do you ever, like, I don't know, like I have this conversation, and especially with pronouns too, and folks kind of feel like like they don't have the right to say something, especially with family. I'm like, you should feel safe to say something. And if they're gonna gaslight you to think like, well, I didn't know, it's new, like, no, it's about an understanding of who I am. And I think, like, again, it's a generation thing, but also like, I don't know, like, it's sad sometimes to like, even how you were explaining it too, like I'm gonna have to say something, and it's like, dang, like it just kind of feels like sometimes it's hurtful to then have to sort of counter argue that, or talk about why it's important over and over and over again. And because I hear about these experiences in spaces where you're with family and friends, but I think there's just a constant need to correct someone. But I don't know, I just got the sense like that it hurts to have to just reiterate again. And it's like, yes, it's still important to me, and it will always be important to me, kind of thing. I'm trying to convey it in the way I'm trying to, like, I hope you, like, I'm not sure if you're understanding what I'm saying, but like, it's just, I feel like there's like a struggle sometimes to muster up the courage to then say something or just leave it as is.
Yes. And also I want to highlight on the flip side of things, because I think that part of it is that people are then so scared to make a mistake. And then there's this tiptoeing it around, and then it's like, it's like,
what do you say to them?
Well, like, it's okay. Like, it's just, if you made a mistake, that's okay. Just try again next time. And it's like, I will own it myself. Like, I have many friends in the queer community that use a variety of pronouns, and I still make mistakes with their pronouns when I even use they, them pronouns. And it's like, it's okay. It's just, you are showing that you're recognizing them. Oh, I used he, but you go by they. I mean they, like that, just that, like that changing is enough to be like, I see you and I honor you, and I just want to send you love and respect.
Yeah, and it's not awkward unless you make it awkward.
Exactly.
Like, don't make it like, you're making it a deal, then I'm gonna have to sit down and talk to you about this, right?
Right.
But again, it goes down to like the friend circles and like who it is and who that person is.
Yes, exactly. So let's talk about, what are some of we're going to be manifesting here. We're a little witchy here on this podcast. So like, what are some of your future goals, personally and professionally?
Oh my God. Personally, I'd love to continue therapy. I started last October. Therapy. Therapy.
Yep.
Therapy. So therapy.
Period.
Exactly. Therapy changed my life. I kind of slowed down a bit just because I needed some but I started last October, and so I would like to continue that. I think therapy is like, there was a stigma behind it. Like Latinos, especially in a very just hyper masculine spaces, it was just I was taught like, you don't talk about your feelings, you don't really express that side, you don't have depression, you don't have anxiety. Just sit down. And I was like, I need to address something. I need to address my coming out experience, and I need to address how I'm dealing with that, with my own relationship, with myself and with my partner and with my work. So I'd like to focus on myself in that sense and give myself grace. I think I'm always in survival mode. I think as queer people, we're always, what am I doing next? Also, I need to make sure I'm secure. So like, I think I would like more security in my life, and I have it, but it's just like, I want it for in a more internal way that is just different. I think I want to take risk on myself, more risks. I feel like I just give the example about wiping your canvas clean, but take the risk, do it, just do it. And I'm talking to myself and like anyone else who's hearing it, take a risk on yourself. I think that's one of the most incredible things you can do. Life is just so short, and I'm realizing that, just with a lot of ththings that have been going on and around the world and in my circle. And so, I'd love that. And professionally, I don't know. I love storytelling. I want to keep doing that, nationally, and then just traveling around the country like I have been, and be in different communities, and just really, really uplift some voices that are often not heard. And so I don't know, maybe that means, California, maybe that means, I don't know yet.
That would be great.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know yet. It might be in California, might be staying in New York, might be going back to I don't know, but I'm just like, I'm manifesting, the best way, like my next step, and continue to be a core producer in the stories that I'm getting to tell. Yeah.
That's incredible. I mean, you got a GLAAD Media Award already, so that's unbelievable. What was that experience like?
Oh my gosh. We were really a celebration of the reporting that was being done at NBC, with my colleagues, and what we had been able to put on broadcast. And so it was incredible. Yeah, it just kind of was like, wait, what? I didn't. It was one of those things that happened so fast, and I explained to my family what that means, because they're not really. I'm like the only person in my family in media, so it's like, wait, what is that? What's going on? So they were like, wow, that's awesome, congratulations. But yeah, it was so awesome to be to be recognized for that, but also it was just very bittersweet, because as you know, the story itself was like really tragic. So getting, the network being honored and being part of it as well, was also like just a reminder that we need to keep telling these stories. We need to push it out and green light my stories, because look what happened, like, this is what happens. You're like, this represents you guys. This represents overall the kind of work that we're able to do pure journalism, investigating. Again, Nancy Drew had out there on the ground.
Yeah, I love that. That's amazing. That's a great. What would advice would you give to young queer journalists that are just starting their journey?
Oh my gosh, I think, oof, I feel like niche reporting, niche media is so popular right now, and I think you need to just jump on those trends, and I would say just push the envelope. I think I've had moments where I'm like, I don't know if I can pitch this, I don't know if this is gonna be right, and I've just started learning what people are gonna grab and sort of intertwining it with mainstream. I think a lot of queer culture is really hitting the front of television and streaming, so take advantage of these moments and find a way to tell your story, and of those in the community that are unique. And I say push it, make that short film, take your phone out, go film that story. You're the only one with the access on the ground, and I think that's what makes unique, like queer journalists. Like, it's just a different sort of expert / person who can tell these stories, because only you know what's going on.
Yeah.
And you know the heart of the story, and you know where to go. So I'd say use your resources, use that, and elevate it, push it. Start a paper. You can do it.
Yeah. I mean, social media has changed everything. I mean, it's you need to just start doing it, and then you never know again, like, where it's going to lead. And I think if you have this calling to share a story or share a gift, do it. And I want to go back to what your sentiments were about risk taking. I'm a big risk taker in my life, and every major risk, like coming to California, like coming out, it has been the most beautiful gift in my life. So take the leap, and the universe will present the net, because I do feel like it's that inner voice that, it's the gut feeling of doing it, and it's ultimately leading you in the right direction.
I would say the power of manifestation, it's wild. It has shown me some crazy things.
Yeah.
I've had some moments where I'm like, oh my God. Wait, I think if you envision it, if you can see yourself there, if you can really picture it, it can happen. Kim Kardashian's ultimate manifester.
Yes,
Kim Kardashian.
Truly.
I don't know. I mean, just amazing. It's amazing. This Ryan Murphy show, produced show, it's amazing, and it's great to see someone really tap into opportunity and taking a risk. That's a prime example of it.
Yeah, man, I just saw on social, there was a clip of her when she was really young, a birthday party, and maybe 10, I don't know, and she was like, I want to be famous, I want to blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, she got it. She truly did manifest this.
Everything. She had a machine behind. She was just boom, 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 boom. My gosh.
Okay. Yeah. Crazy. So we're going to play a little game.
Sweet.
It's called Rapid Fire Questions.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
I'm a little nervy.
Yeah, it doesn't need to. It's fun.
Because my first reactions are so raw. Okay, let's see.
Okay, so we're going to play a little game. It's Rapid Fire Questions. Ready?
Let's go.
Favorite neighborhood in New York?
Oh, yeah. I would say Brooklyn Heights.
Okay. Where do you live?
Brooklyn Heights.
Well, there you go. I would hope that you live in your favorite neighborhood. That's amazing.
Yo. So where do you live? Brooklyn Heights.
Okay, good. Go-to coffee order before a long reporting day?
Oh my God. Cold brews. I don't care if it's negative 10 degrees outside. I'm getting a cold brew.
Yeah.
Yeah. And literally a splash of milk. That's it.
Delish. Most essential item in your journalist toolkit?
Damn, this is a good one. This can't be right. What? Oh my God. Oh, you know what? It's this. Yeah. It's my phone. Yeah. If something goes wrong, it's my phone. Yeah. The notes, my phone.
Are you a typer? Do you bring a pen ever?
I'm evolving.
Okay.
I'm evolving.
Okay.
I now use my iPad, and I use but I usually like to write notes, and I'll have my questions printed out, but if all fails, essential would have to be the phone. Everything's on there.
Favorite queer artist, writer, or filmmaker you're loving right now?
It's going to be Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah. Firstly, she is so incredible. And then this press tour, she's become Ariana's protector.
Oh, I want channel that same energy to me, Cynthia. Yeah. I want that protection. Actually, this is where you take notes. People are making comments about this, but Cynthia is a protector. Mm-hmm. What's Cynthia's zodiac sign?
I don't know, but
something's tied there.
She's amazing.
she's amazing, and I'm like, you know what? Protect Ariana. There are moments where I've been like, whoa. This might be too much for some people, like fixing a necklace that didn't need to be fixed yet. You know? But that's just who she is. She's a protector.
Can she protect all of us, please? Like,
I want to be
Cynthia for office. My God.
Oh yeah, Cynthia's everything.
Truly.
My God.
If your reporting style were a cocktail, what would you name it?
Oh, there's definitely vodka in there, just so you know. It's between like a Moscow Mule sort of drink with like a really strong shot of vodka in it.
Ooh.
So it's raw. So it'd be like, I don't know, it'd be like
A super strong
I don't want to say
Moscow
the Valle
Mule.
experience.
I love that. I love that. That's it.
Because that could just be like, that just opens the door to like the Valle experience.
I think that's great.
Yeah. And then people would be like, okay, wait, I had 2 drinks. I'm really trashed.
I'm done. I think we all need a little
Wait,
Valle
that was
experience. Great. Yes.
Yeah. A Valle experience.
I love that. What's your favorite self-care ritual?
It sounds so like cliche, but like working out, going outdoors, playing lately pickleball. I am an addict. I packed my paddle with me. And I pack it for everywhere I go.
That's
if
amazing.
I want to shoot and I'm there for like 3 days, I'm like, okay, here's my downtime, an hour, 2 hours to myself. I'm playing pickleball. It has been like, yeah, that's self-care.
What is the most surprising thing people don't realize about being a journalist?
I think sometimes they think we're just pumping out these stories and we're just like, it's the headline, it's the click, it's the views. No, it's real, it's raw. We talk to these people, especially these, again, like example, you know, we talk to victims, we talk to families who are mourning, we talk to people who are like, whose lives are like in shambles and changing in the world around us. So I would say it is an emotional toll. This is why I've picked up different things. And that self-care question was so important because in every industry, you need to be able to separate yourself. And I think as a journalist and someone who's passionate about what they do, why do I hear Kim Kardashian? Where it's like, just because I'm passionate about something? But yeah, I'm so passionate about it. And so I live and breathe it every single day. I don't really know how to unplug. So I think that's a problem for a lot of us, but also the storytelling is rooted inside of me too. So it's so emotionally triggering. So I really, sometimes I gotta,
You got to take care of yourself first.
Yeah. Journalists, take care of yourself.
Please. And what's giving you hope in the LGBTQI plus community right now?
People like you.
Oh, thank you.
And I mean that honestly.
Thank you.
Who are unapologetically really taking the world by storm. And people are seeing it, and I see it. When you meet people, there's certain things that instantly click or you gravitate toward, and that's something instant when I met you. And so that gives me hope, and that gives me hope for tomorrow, and the next 2 years, and where your creativity will live in the ethers and down the road will really help someone in their journey.
Thank you so much. That's really, really sweet. And I feel the same way about you. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And finally, what would be one piece of advice you would give to your baby gay self?
Baby gay Jay. Oh my God. Turn that camera on. Play with the Barbie. Who cares? You're going to come out and have a great life anyway. You're going to, and you know what? People who are supposed to stick with you are going to be there. And everything will work out. I think that was, I still live with anxiety. We all do. But like, Jay, take a chill pill. Enjoy the ride. You're good. Just be a baby gay.
Yeah, exactly. And I play with the Barbie. I was a big Barbie player and very ashamed of it. So you know what? You've inspired me. Maybe I'm gonna go buy a Barbie and just like.
I have a Mariah Carey Barbie doll.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I know it's just like the most random thing to mention, but like
that's amazing.
I just have it on display because it's like a Christmas version. It's just it's intense. I know.
Do they sell that?
They do. Yeah. And so like now it's they just a Mariah Carey Barbie doll.
Okay, I need to get one.
But now they have a version for Wicked and all that stuff too.
I'll get a Cynthia Erivo one. She'll be my protector.
Wait, Laverne Cox has a Barbie doll.
Oh, I'll get that too.
Come on, Barbie evolving with the times. That Barbie movie had me.
Yep.
What was I made for?
Yep.
Yes.
That was amazing.
Made to play with the Barbie.
Second one? Is that in the works? You know? Is there a second one?
I have no idea.
I'm sure there has to be a second one.
They better run. Oh my. Barbie 2.
Yeah. Barbie 2. I mean, that I'm sure they're going to make a second
it's
one.
great.
Yeah. Okay. And lastly, our last segment, we call it My First Time. So we share our first queer crush, queer kiss, queer sexual experience. And it kind of is just to highlight like how clunky it is. And like for those that are still struggling, to know that it's going to be awkward. There's going to be, no one knows what they're doing and it's okay. Let's just laugh about it.
Yeah. My first kiss was with a girl.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Same.
I had, fun fact, my first official girlfriend in high school, my high school sweetheart and I both dated her before dating each other our senior year in high school.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I don't know how all the other parties feel today about this, but literally I think she found out about this later on, like in shock, like both the guys I dated are now together. So that was like a weird experience for me, and that was high school. You could write. You can't write this.
You need to write that story.
And we went to prom together, me and my high school sweetheart.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so it was.
So she wasn't there.
No, she was there.
She was there.
We had matching tux.
Did she find out there?
No, she found out like I think post homecoming.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to write something about this because it was so intense, and I was like, and you know what? Yeah. Anyway, thou shall not be named. But anyway.
Yeah.
That was like, and then girls were an experience, and that was just it. It never went farther than a kiss.
Yeah.
And what else was my first crush?
I mean, you don't need to do all of them. That's a great story.
But first crush, Brendan Fraser.
Okay. Oh.
In The Mummy.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, he's having his comeback.
I'm waiting for 4, and that's Universal. Come on.
Yeah.
That's Universal Pictures. I'm all over it.
Okay, good. I mean, Brendan, he seems like such a nice person.
Oh my God, he's just incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my God, The Whale. What?
Yeah. Seriously, so good, so good. Jay, this was amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah. You're incredible. We are so excited to watch you just soar and just bring light and just elevate the queer community, because we need voices like you in queer media. So.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Likewise.
And where can people follow you on social?
Yeah, at the official Jay Valle.
Oh,
yep.
Amazing.
You can find me there.
Yay. And that's on all platforms?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, remember, baby gays, coming out looks good on you. That's our slogan. Yay.
I love that. We did it. We did it, Joe.
We did it. Yeah, we did it, Joe.